Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hey, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, two things. I love you, and you have a place here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. Hey, do that, Scab. Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, today we're doing the Buck 104 Compadre. Mighty fine job here, Scab, of showing it. The Buck 104 Compadre. Now, this was sent to me by Isaac the Noob. I actually caught that. Amazing hand skills. Now, the only thing I've done with this knife is a quick strop. So the edge it had on it, that's the edge we're working with. And it's pretty dang sharp. Is it super duper razor sharp? No, it's been used. But it's sharp enough to do what we need to do. It cuts a little paper here. It did cut some hair, although I don't like doing that. It did do it. Now, it's got canvas micarta handles, or natural micarta, which is a little rougher handle. It's akin to the Tops Brothers of Bushcraft a little bit in its looks, just a little bit. It's a 4.5-inch blade, drop point, 5160 steel. Paul Boss does the heat treat, and literally, that's all you need to say there. Fine throw by old Scabber coming out of the woodwork. Now, you see, I carry my Buck 110 every day. Now, Isaac the Noob let me borrow this one and the other Buck. I think it's a 656. I don't want to say that wrong. But the other one that I reviewed the other day, and I bounced that one. No damage to the tip. Why? Because of Paul Boss and the heat treat. Now, you take Paul Boss, you combine him with 5160 and canvas micarta, and son, you've got a monster small knife. I love this knife. It's a great camp knife. It's a great companion knife. It's a great hunting knife. And I want to thank Isaac, and I'm going to put a link to Isaac's channel. Isaac's a huge buck guy. He gave me this 110. He's let me borrow these past two. And this 104, I love. Now, I've got a Buck 119 like every good middle-aged American male should have. That's a must in your collection. But I got to thank Isaac for reintroducing me to Buck. I had Bucks years and years ago. Some of the best knives I ever carried. And I'm just coming back to them now. This 5160, like I mentioned, is my favorite carbon steel. That and 1095. Those are my two favorites. I love 5160. Donnie B all day uses a lot of 5160 in his creations. And they're awesome. You've seen the Donnie B all day throw it at the stump test, the drop test, and all that. And while I'm sitting here thinking about it, guys, I'm going to mention this every single video. Donnie is shooting for 10,000 subs. I'm shooting for 5. If you are a creator and you have a number in mind for this year or for the next year, however you do your year, let me know. I'm going to have a segment where we bring it up every video. If you're new to this channel, guys, all you got to do is look in the comments. I'm in Donnie's comments. He's in mine. Joe, Carl. And let me say this real quick, too, while we're just watching the capabilities of the knife. And a lot of people say, Scab, you talk about everything but the knife. Well, I don't have to talk about it. You can sit here and watch what it does. The thing's a workhorse, man. I love this damn knife. If I didn't say anything else and whistled through the rest of this video, trust me, you're going to see this sumbitch in action. That's the last cuss word I'm going to do today. I'm working on that. We're back to working on that. But I want to bring up, if you've got a goal for this year, I want to shout you out. We're going to do it every video. If you're new here, a lot of the comments, guys, a lot of the comments are content creators. And I'm so appreciative for that. So if you're a new subscriber, scroll through the comments, man. Hit some of these guys up. They're awesome. I love them. Captain Electro just went over 500. And I watched a video with Carl Ruger today, and he shouted out Eric Hussein. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm just sensitive today. Y'all know that. Y'all know why. But I got a little teary-eyed because y'all are doing everything that a knife community should be doing. And I love Carl. God knows I do. That's the God's honest. Never met the dude. Love the dude like a brother. And Eric Hussein is an awesome dude. And he shouted out Ken, the backyard knife dude, who's another brother and an awesome dude. Now, back to the knife. Here's a good look at it. And y'all see what I'm talking about? Brothers of Bushcraft look. It's full tang construction. Got to have that full tang. And there's my baton and stick. You know, you got to have that. Now here's another. I'm working on my hand movements here today. I don't know what the hell. You never know with old scab. I got to keep my hands busy. Idle hands. Now this I think I stole from Donnie. I steal most of his stuff, and quite honestly do it better than he does. I mean, you know, of the two, I'm the more better looking. He's a little more successful, but you know, yeah, you can't have everything. But I like this test right here. It shows you that edge. Now, again, guys, you can't talk about a buck knife, especially for 15 minutes and 9 seconds, without mentioning Paul Boss. You can't do it. The guy's mastered the heat treat. He's legendary in the knife community. It's Paul B.O.S. Look him up. If it's a buck knife, now I don't think Paul's still doing it. I think he retired and handed off his secrets. But I've had a renaissance when it comes to bucks. I really, truly, honestly, I want a buck 120 and a buck 124, and I want that buck fighting knife that D-Bad reviewed not too long ago. Now, being back to full time, as soon as my schedule gets a little straightened out, I'll have my knife budget back, and I can get the buck 120, 124, and that fighting knife. Now, here's the thing, guys. To everybody who has sent me knives, whether it's to review and send back, whether it's to keep or gifts or to give away, I can't. I mean, I'm overwhelmed, guys. Overwhelmed. Now, this has been a screwy week. I've got a lot of stuff I've got to get D-Bad his knives back. They're packaged sitting on the table. I'm getting those back out to him Monday. I got to get one more video done for my guy JR. If y'all haven't seen the video where I thank JR, you need to see that video. He sent me a box full of knives, and and Jacob Lamb has too. And this is why I hate starting to mention people, because inevitably I'll leave somebody out. Brett Sumner sent me those 2 huge kukris. If you've sent me something, and I've got something from Redneck Renegade, and let me just tell you this, I'm over the damn moon. I didn't want to bring it out. I don't like doing double knives, like show you something and go into the buck, because I wanted to focus on this buck. But I'm going to put a picture on my community post when I get done with this video. Please check that out, because Redneck sent me he sent me a striker, a ferro rod, and a camp knife that might be the sharpest knife I've ever had. I believe it's a Jeff White camp knife. I believe that's right. I'll double check, and that's damn sure going to be a video. And Redneck, brother, I love you. Thank you so much. I have so much respect for Redneck Renegade and those Fatwood guys. Y'all don't even know. Not just because he sent me something. That's not even what I'm saying. And that's between me and him, and I just got mad respect for the dude. And brother, thank you so much. Tomorrow's a screwy day as far as a schedule goes. But if I can't do it tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to do a Fatwood day with that stuff Redneck sent me. Dude, it is just badass. Now, back to the 104. You've seen a lot of batoning in this video. One, and I'll just be honest with you, this video I could have cut off 5 minutes earlier. I would have deprived you of my melodious tones and rugged good looks, but you would have seen everything you need to see. This knife is an absolute joy to just play with. And today's one of those days where I just needed to get out and play with a knife. And you can see this is an old piece of oak right here. You say, Gab, why are you showing? Well, one of the things is, guys, is this. I'm a terrible camper. And that's what bushcrafting is camping. Let's, come on now. We all know that. But if you need to get some kindling, some light stuff started for a fire, son, this knife right here will get it done. If you can put an edge on a knife, again, 5160 and Paul Boss. That's all you got to say. If you are in a survival situation, just for whether it's aliens, zombies, you're an idiot, I don't know. Whatever situation you get in, and I would fall in that idiot category, run off the road or something, find myself abandoned, whatever, I'm spitballing here, guys. I got to talk for 15 minutes. It ain't easy. But if you found yourself in that position and you've got 5160, a Paul Boss heat treat, son, you can take the top of your windowsill, sharpen it up, and you are in fine shape. Now, we did a lot of batoning in this video. We cut a lot of different mediums. In a minute, we're going to cut a truck tire with it. And we're going to cut some nylon strapping, some water hoses, some things like that. And we'll come back at the end and shave some wood just to show you, here we go, show you how well that edge holds up. Now, I couldn't have done this the easy way and taken the tire out of the truck. Oh no, that would have been far, far too simplistic. With my T-Rex arms, I decided it'd be a brilliant idea to try to lean over the truck, stand on my tiptoes, and cut a tire. Now, this is the tire that I blew out the other day that literally just damn near exploded. I still don't know what happened to it. But y'all see this knife right here has no problem cutting through it. Now, I had to move the knife up and down. I had to actually cut it. But this is a damn truck tire, guys. And the knife's having zero problems with it. Zero. I'll say this. Isaac has really maintained this edge well. I stropped it up. That's all I did before I got it in. I ran through the strop that DJ Horn sent me. I ran through the strop that Tyler from Alpha and Omega Supply sent me. And that's all I did. And this thing right here is just getting down with the get down. This is a knife that my guy Kirk or Richard or Carl or somebody like that, I think of this as an awesome camp bushcraft type knife. Here's some water hoses one Megatron gave me. She's a water hose guru. We got every kind of water hose you can imagine at the house for some reason. Now, again, little gentle pull, and this thing's through there, son. And then I always do this for some reason because I want to pick up 9,000 scraps of water hose, because I can tell you, there can be a micro dot of a water hose and Megatron will find it in the driveway. So 20, 30 minutes, there's the neighbor. The guy did not even want to look this way. I just waved to make him feel bad. Got my Vlad Tempest shirt on there. There we go. Now, here's some nylon strapping. Old bat bag. I had an old miking bag from years ago when old Scabber used to play softball. The knife glides right through it. Now, this is after a tire, after a water hose, after batoning, after shaving that old oak handle, after doing all of that with no breaks, probably 2 hours worth of cutting. This thing's still going. The edge retention on this thing is incredible. After we got done, I checked it. There's no chipping, there's no rolling, there's nothing. Absolutely zero. This thing held up like a champ. And there we just cut through like some nylon stuff and some styrofoam and crap like that. No problem whatsoever. I am super high on this knife. I like the sheath. The sheath is actually a black American made. I showed it to you up front. It's very comfortable. It's not a dangler. It rides pretty good on the hip. I think this knife, it said 7 grams, something like that. I may be wrong on that. It's 7, so it might be ounces. Hell, I don't know. It's been so long since I did ounces and grams, which is a good thing. I couldn't tell you. But it's light. It's easy to carry. You see it on my belt there. Now here, we're going to use it to open a 5-hour energy. And again, before everybody gets on me, it's better than cocaine and pills, guys. So let's go with what we got. No problems opening her up. And this is the last little segment. Cheers, everyone. God bless y'all. Love y'all. E, I love you, my brother. I never forget you. There's what my purple handkerchief is. Now, right here, guys, this is the last segment. We just took part of this old 2x4 and just did some straight shaving after batoning, after cutting cord, nylon rope, paracord, rubber hose, a tire, banging the knife around, no stropping, no nothing. Y'all see how it's getting that good bite and just slicing the hell out of this. My guy Mikey, whom I love so very much, says, Scab, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be all right. Well, guys, listen. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what it means to me. Let me again encourage you guys, if you're struggling with an addiction, never quitting. I love y'all. God knows I do. God bless y'all. I know he will. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.